Right, we are back. Back. How's that snowball?
Test.
Yeah, cool.
Can you hear me from back here?
Let me check the monitor on.
That'll be better from there.
Yeah, I think that's alright.
Doesn't pick up or feedback on yours.
No, I was more worried about the two feeds at once, but it's not coming through like that.
I can lean into this as well if I need to talk.
No, it's good. It's good. It sounds alright. Alright, we are extending the amount of people we have here now. We've got 3. Justin's back. We've also got Nick now.
Hello, Nigel in the chat. Hello.
Oh, we've just lost your mic because I have to add it to this one. It's amateur hour here. It's alright, we got it now.
We're ready. You can't silence me.
There is no silencing.
It's weird the screen being backwards, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Just turn your eyes around.
Yeah. Easy. I don't see any issue. I can hear Pat yelling. Oh, is he at the table? Pat
He's always yelling.
He is always yelling, that's true. Oh, he was yelling at the table, that's why.
Yeah. We're ready.
What do we got? We are looking at Nighthawk versus Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Yes.
Pull up some lists here.
There's a bit of juicy goss with this as well.
Yeah, go on.
Zach's been playing a lot of Big War throughout the season. That was his bread and butter. And coming into Masters, we were thinking about it. I was like, okay, well, what would be the good counter pick? Because Big War, if you're a good enough player, you know how to get around them. And what we worked out was like, all right, well, you've got Nighthawk. You're reducing effectively half the damage of most armies with your 4+ save. And then they've also got the capacity for a sub-faction just to turn off wards. So the plan was like, okay, let's see how we go with a couple of games turning off wards. And it just played well into a lot of the meta. So into Nurgle, I am expecting big things from our young Zach.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is that a prediction?
That's a prediction.
No. That's more of a reflection if he doesn't do well.
A negative reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Because it's part of what we were hoping for, like finding a lot of ward heavy builds and going into Nurgle, turning off wards. It's half the battle sorted.
So who was it that turns off the wards?
The Dreadscythe Harridans. So the battle line in Quicksilver Dead, any damage they do is just no ward saves.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think he's got 2 packs of 10, 1 pack of 20.
So we've got
Yeah.
Tom here with his Adrenaline.
So they're either not talking or I'm not picking it up.
I can hear them talking.
They're very two quiet men, I think.
Yeah.
Very hard to hear.
Hey Zach, talk louder.
Nah, it's alright. We can turn them up here. We don't need them up louder. They're fine.
Let's go Nighthawk. No, incorrect. Nighthawk.
Well, so I've been on the receiving end of Tom's list, and I would like to see it beaten because it's a bit nasty. It is nasty.
It's very similar to the old Drowned Men build from like back when the Monster Mash GHB Drowned Men were really big, and it was just push a bunch of flies forward and try to get out.
Well, I mean that's the aim of his game, right? Is to just push the flies forward and then get in your face and then sit there.
Yeah. What is it? It's 72 wounds on just the flies or something.
Yeah. Something ridiculous.
What about the addition of Be'lakor? Do you reckon that's like a commonly played piece, or is that more of a unique for Tom's list?
I think he generally plays Be'lakor. I think when I played against him, he played Be'lakor, and it's basically to just shut down like the one piece that he's concerned about. He can shut that piece down in first turn, and then with doing that, it gives him the benefit of not being alpha or not having something get in the way of everyone else.
Yeah, that's the thing with Be'lakor. Like I run him a little bit in Slaves, but he's almost a better ally than in Slaves. Like most of the time when I find I use him, just the ability doesn't tend to pay off. But if you've already got that build where it's just like I just need one thing stopped or slowed down, it's worth. He's like what 340 points.
Yeah. And it's not like he's not a slouch in combat as well. After he's used that ability, he can go hold an objective or bully a small objective holding unit.
People say Be'lakor is shit in combat. I've only ever had him slap. Like, because the other thing is, in Slaves, he gets access to +1 to wound as a command ability.
Yeah.
Like, so you go in, if you're going against a monster, you do Titanic Jewel, and then that command ability, and you're on 2s and 2s with a whole bunch of attacks that damage 2.
Yeah.
And it's decent Ren, because most of his attacks are Ren 2, one of them's Ren 1, one of them's Ren 3.
Yeah. And that 4+ unrenderable as well, so not survivable.
It'd be nice if he had a ward. That's his like major problem.
Yeah.
Not even a 6-up. You just like a unit of your long strikes, and he's chumped.
He's gone, yeah. I almost feel like in the rest of this army, he's the least survivable piece in there without the natural 5+ Noble Ward and without getting those Noble Allegiance abilities as well. So, potentially a 4-up.
Realistically, he might be close to the most survivable thing in this army against Zach, though.
Yeah, true.
Because he's turning off
Yeah,
forwards, like throw a Hoarfrost up on something.
Yep.
So we're just in the setup at the moment. Getting some trees down. I think our round timer needs to be reset. Just do that now. I think we're pretty close to the right time. There we go.
Yeah, roll with that.
Can take a minute off, but I don't think we need to. With a name like Twisted Tree, I'm not surprised.
Oh, so we got, what's this? All model citizens in the chat, it looks like, at this point.
Yeah, we've got Nige, Carlos, Jason's in one of our chats as well.
Yeah. Twisted Tree, I can laser cut some stuff for him, but I can't remember now.
So Towers in the Tundra.
This is such a frustrating mission as well.
Yeah, it's the good thing about Masters is it's been better change the name. Good pickup, Nick. Very good pickup.
Zane. Yes.
Towers. Alright, amateur hour.
I remember. Apologies,
Oh,
Zane.
now look at that.
Oh, you're all over the place. No, now it's not centered.
Don't worry about
How
it.
are we even going to play the game?
I can fix it.
Yeah, somebody sitting there at home with a ruler being like, it's not in the middle.
It will bother me. Oh no!
What are you
I've made it
doing?
worse.
Oh, God, it's terrible.
You know what? It's not centre.
It's
I
done.
don't care. I'm over it.
If you move the battle plan to the left, then. No, don't stop messing with it, or it's going to.
No, just to get our chat window's broken. Hey.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, hey Zane. Yeah, another model citizen.
Yeah. Maybe because that'll be the chat from the first one. So,
Yeah, it's from the last one. So I just need to grab. Got to remember how I did it to grab the pop outs.
where are the lists? Are they on the There we go.
Yeah, got it fixed.
Flies and Be'lakor. Yeah. That's right, Zach.
Yeah. Spew is about correct. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
We knew you guys talking shit. They're just asking to make sure they don't embarrass themselves.
Alright, so we got. Where are the lists? Where are the lists? Where are the lists?
They're in the Chrome. So one of those ones? The last one.
Yeah, see. Sweet. Sweet, so just talk through Tom's list. So we got Gutrot Spume. He's one of the poo pirates, isn't he? Comes off the board edge.
Yeah.
Nice. Lord of Afflictions and Be'lakor. And then we got lots of flies, Rotmire Creed, and that's it, all in a one drop.
Yeah, so
Pretty cool.
There's not a lot to it, but it does a lot with what it's got.
Yeah.
yeah, we're missing. What are we missing out of here? So who do we normally see? We normally see Sloppity Bowl Piper,
Yep.
but they adjusted with the FAQ his little shenanigans a little bit. Yeah.
Round started.
Fucking get rolling!
Pat Nevin, best TO in all of Victoria, and now he's in New South Wales. So
Yeah. 2 for 2.
yeah,
He's going
exactly.
into state.
Yeah, so normally we see Sloppity Bowl Piper in a list like this. Just
Or
to,
a common summon.
Yeah, true. Maybe, I mean, anything's possible, right? Look at those flies. I have to give Tom credit. His army is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very well painted.
Yeah. If you have a look at his, if he brings out the Glocken, I'd seen it at another tournament, and I was looking at it, I was like, wow, this is just beautiful, beautiful model. So,
Yeah.
max credit to him for that paint job. It's remarkable. But, yeah, I don't know, Glocken would be, probably doesn't fit this list at all. But,
No, I think if you're going to go down with flies, you're really committing to the flies, right?
yeah. But then, I guess, what would you say? Deceptively
Good bit of banner.
fast. Deceptively fast.
Yeah.
With they've got the scout move or the pre-game move as well, being in drowned men. So yeah, pretty interesting. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, I've played against Nurgle a handful of times against a similar list to this, and then I played against the 3 Maggot Lords meme train that Joel was running a little while ago.
Yeah.
That was a bit of fun, but
Yeah, they're a hard army to deal with because they just do not die, right? Like, that's the biggest thing.
They're a hard DPS check.
yeah, it's like Gargant's, but interesting.
Well, yeah, depends what he does. I think if Tom plays the way that he played against me, those flies will be in his face, turn 1, and he's going to take the objectives, and he's just going to sit there.
But so the hard thing is, though, that part of where Zach might have an edge here is that Nighthorn get to retreat and charge.
Right, yeah.
So like
they
that,
can,
that send and sit game plan doesn't really work.
this actually might be a really good
Yeah, like
matchup.
it turns off wards, gets
Yep.
around the send and sit. Like that's why I've got high expectations for
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Because on paper, it should read like it does okay for
Yep.
Nighthorn.
You heard it here, people. Justin is calling the win for Zach.
I'm expecting a win out of it. Not calling it for him,
Not
but
calling,
expecting
just,
it out of him.
just strongly expecting.
So what's Zach running in his army then?
So Zach, you should be able to talk to us, shouldn't you?
Yeah, so we've got, so his hero loadout is pretty stock standard. It's your return a couple of guys, prevent damage within a 12-inch bubble. So that's the other thing. He's got the hero that if you're wholly within 12 of another 9-point unit, reduce damage by 1.
Okay.
So any damage to just goes down to 1.
Yeah, that's.
So you're
and we saw
halving-
how effective that was in the last game, right? Of bringing the Gargants down
Yep.
one damage point.
So
that'll be-
you're halving output on most armies that are damage 2 just off of that, and then you're halving it again because you're getting around their end.
Absolutely, yeah.
So some armies just go into Nighthorn and it's like 75% of your output's just gone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then, so pretty standard hero loadout, but then the part that a lot of people aren't really expecting that also really helps is that he's got 5 units of small screens.
Yeah.
Because in Nighthorn, you don't often have A lot of the screens. You normally just putting in like more meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
But with the screens, he's got 3 minutes of banshees, which help against magic. He's got the crossbows, which let him do like a little bit of range presence. They're not great. They're not going to kill anything, but even if you need them just to threaten something with a shot or two, and you charge them into avoid and unleash help. Like it's the small disposable units, and then because he's got 5 units there, it means that he's got more attempts to get those charge bonuses up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the big thing, right, with the screens is he's spent like, 430 points for 5 screens. So he's got bugger all invested in it, but he's able to stop all of his units of flyers, can't get in. And if they do, chances are they're probably going to kill the screens and then allow a charge in return.
Yep, and that's the other thing as well. Like it's actually quite difficult to kill full banshees. Like you'd be surprised at the amount that you can need to commit. Because if he just spikes a couple of 4-ups on those saves, they've got a command ability. Instead of all that defense, they get +1 to their ward save.
Yep.
So they're forced by 5s. It's a lot harder to do 4 damage to that unit than you think.
Especially if you're only on damage 1 on the way out.
Damage 1, unrendable. Like the Ren doesn't count. Like, say goodbye to Ren.
Yeah.
And that Tyrrell was playing Nighthaunt for a long, long time, and he was very, very competitive with it. So it's good to see it still making a showing at Masters 2024.
And they've got a couple of quality life improvements as well, because they've got the 2-inch reach.
Yep.
Like upgrades similar to Fire Slayers.
Yep.
Like just some of the things that needed, just an increase in reach, and they're back to viable, which is good.
No, the 4+ Ethereal is the most powerful ability in the game.
Very good.
Yeah. Very true.
No, it's good. Quality of life improvements like that, just making more armies viable. The more armies we have, the more balanced the game we get. So more people can play what they love instead of chasing meta and stuff like that. So really good to see a good spread of armies. It's not like everyone's just stacking KO or Fire Slayers or whatever it is. We're getting really, really good spread of armies here.
And I guess that's the disappointing thing about 4th Ed coming. 3rd feels like it's just starting to get a sweet spot.
Yeah.
And they're getting rid of it, which is a little bit of what I'm disappointed about. But at the end of the day, still, new rules are always fun.
It'll be good. I'm sure it'll be fun.
It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
So people say that every edition, this is garbage, and then you play it for 3 months and you're like, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still a good game.
So Tom's doing his movement. Obviously missed the battle tactic again, as per usual.
Is he doing movement though, or is he just doing pre-game moves?
Oh, it's pre-game. Yeah, it's his pre-game move.
I think they rolled off to see who does their pre-games first.
We're just talking shit too much. 2-inch change, best thing GW did, all of 3rd. That is a big call notch, but...
It's been pretty impactful though, because like, a lot of people were looking at that update and they're like, there's not a lot that's changed. I looked at it, I was like,
that's huge.
There's a lot of shit that's going to be cooking now. Like,
and the best change.
Fire Slayers at Masters.
Yep.
Just because of 2-inch reach.
So the
Don't
best
understand
change.
how they reach 2 inches, but they're short
No,
little
they have
arms.
little arms. Best change ever was the Orc battle tactic to put put a cruel boy next to some terrain.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the 3 points, G-Dog. I appreciate that one.
But like, the worst part was that they gave them 3 and you're like, just do all of them. Just be Big Wire and do all of them. Have 6 free points. Don't worry
Hey, if
about
I'm
it.
playing Big Wire, I deserve it. I had to paint lots of different orcs for that. So
Yeah.
I earned it.
But, yeah. Nah, that was the stupidest thing.
That's changed now. It's something that you can
It's
do that
per
the
game,
general
yeah,
can do.
yeah. Which should have been at the start. Oh, yeah, there we go. They've already called
Game's
game.
on. Here we go. All right. So we've got Zach on the bottom, and on the bottom of the screen, and we've got Thomas on the top. Did you hear the thing?
So Tom has given away first turn to Zach.
So how much can Nighthaunt do an Alpha Strike with what Zach's got here? Not at all. So he's not worried about.
Nah, so I think Tom would be pretty confident that he's not going to get hit too hard at the moment.
Yep.
So especially with this kind of build, it does want to castle around and kind of move that castle as it goes. So he's probably going to be Zach's probably going to be looking for like a counter punch.
Yep.
So,
I think I heard surround and destroy.
okay.
Yeah. Battle tactic. Yep.
And that's the other thing that Zach does have to manage and deal with would be the Nurgle wheel. So Tom before was saying that there's no command abilities this turn.
Yep.
Nighthorn aren't necessarily command point heavy, but going first and then not being able to farm for one.
Yeah.
Like he'll need them at some point that he just can't get.
Yeah. So he's delayed the game by a turn there. And
Yeah.
that's probably going to... Obviously, he's playing a long game with Nurgle, and that's going to work in his favour later on.
So I'd expect a fairly conservative turn.
Yeah.
And especially waiting for those rock lines to come down to see what he has to do to react.
You're a bit echoey, Justin.
Yeah, it's probably because he's coming through 2 mics. I reckon we might just do this, yeah?
Or we just scooch in. Just get a bit more comfy, boys.
Actually, you sit in the middle, because then I can control the keyboard.
Because you've got a more booming projecting voice.
Well, yeah, there is that, my manly voice, but more so I can control the keyboard and not be in the way.
So you don't have to make us feel better.
And I've got my headphones on one ear and not the other.
Yeah,
rather
rather than 0 ears.
Yeah.
Is that better, Jason?
He's actually got us on mute.
He's
just talking shit.
Just messing with us the whole time. Classic.
It's like, you're echoey. I'm gone. I don't care. I'm leaving.
Fucking where's the production quality?
I'm paying for this.
Sounds like that.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I was concerned about that with the 2 mics, so...
Fuck, I hate this mission though.
So he's got a -1 to wound spell off.
Nice. That's good. It'll be nice protection for him then, or at least if he gets doubled, he's got that for the entirety of his next turn.
So he's taking... Is that Oleander? Yep, Oleander and a unit of Banshees off the board, I think.
Might have been what's the boatman? What's his name?
Launching the Soul Seeker.
Crusader.
Ulrich the Drowner. So he's got a command ability teleport.
I think he picked up a big... Oh, he can
that's
cast
a
it.
limiter there. So no, he
Right.
does it at the start of the movement phase. Command point, pick up a unit within line of sight, and then both of them can teleport.
Yep.
So kind of just, as we see in the top corner, he's flicked them back there for the surround and destroy. So he's put some Banshees up in the top corner surrounding him for a little screen, and then they both count as getting a different table core or table edge that's outside of his terrain turn 1.
So Jason Spedding's just asked, can we get a quick rundown of Zach's deployment?
Castle.
Yeah,
Castle it up.
Castle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just in case he did get Alfred on first turn, being in that like tight bubble just means that he's got those buffs or those debuffs up for minus damage and
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely what it is. The problem with the flyers is that they just lock you up and then you can't do anything about them.
because they do impact hits as well, don't they?
Yeah. I believe it's on a 4-up.
D3.
Yeah, I would think so. So look, someone will be able to tell us.
So this is also going to be a hard part for Zach because he doesn't really want to drop points early. But if he wants to get that second objective, he's going to have to overcommit a little bit.
Yeah.
Unless he kind of pivots the whole castle to the left of screen.
Yeah, he's playing very defensive, which is not a bad call. So Tom's pre-game moved onto that objective and just held it. And then Zach is not going to overcommit, not allow a redeploy onto the objective, and just play very, very cagey for this turn. I wonder what objectives they've chose as their castles. Alright, so we've got some confirmation on the towers. So we have Zach's tower here. So I reckon we can probably make this work. Some nice towers here, hey. What do we got? Can you see that on the screen? I can't.
No, not at the
Probably
moment.
doesn't like blue. Oh no.
Yep. 4+ and 2+ if it has the bell for D3 mortals for the flies.
There you go. So that's Zach's tower, and then we've got
Tom's tower.
Tom's tower is this one here.
I do wonder how much he's going to babysit that through the game, though.
Tom or Zach?
Tom.
Well, so I don't think he's going to care about it, to be honest. So his grand strat is also to kill that tower. So Tom's grand strat, he just said, was to do with where are we? So Blessed Desecration. So he has to own. I believe that means he has to own that tower. At the end.
Okay, so he gets more points out of just full commit on Zach's one
Correct,
than
yeah.
bothering with his own. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's going on?
Zach's already finished 3 points for Zach in that turn.
Oh well, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
it was very, very quick. He's playing quite. 3 points, turn 1 to Zach. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's a Y.
I mean, we did see Conservative bite the last stream in the bum a bit.
Good points on the board early. So. Do we think that he's overextended a little, or is he kind
He's
of
playing
been
very cagey.
very good? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's horrible. He's got the Harridans close enough to his front screen that like they're not going to get hit too hard. But then they can also fight back because they'll get dragged in and they're ignoring wards whenever they fight.
Yep.
They're better on the charge because they also give... if they make a charge, I don't know if they're neg 1 to wound or if it's either their neg 1 to wound when they make a charge or the units they're within 3 of a neg 1 to wound.
Yeah.
So they get buffed up on the charge, and then if anything takes damage in the turn before they fight, they get +1 to hit and wound, so they can go to 3s and 3s on a bunch of attacks.
Where are they? I missed his battle tactic. Glory to the grandfather.
Glory to grandfather. Are you drinking beer?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's the afternoon. I keep thinking it's morning for some reason.
Joel gave me one.
Yeah, I got up early and just always have a beer.
It doesn't feel like 2:30 in the afternoon.
We were talking shit and he cracked a tinny. He's like, do you want one? I was like,
Yeah,
alright.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, which Joel?
I'm not driving till later tonight.
Joel McGrath? The guy cracks a beer at 8 in the morning.
He had 2 or 3 in the first battle.
3. Yeah,
Three.
There's 3 in the bin. I'm assuming that's why.
Yeah, I went to a 40k tournament a couple of months ago, and this guy had war dogs, like the little knights, and he had 13 of them in his list, and then he had 13 schooners there, and every time a war dog died, the schooner was like, he lost like 4 in one turn. I was like, oh, you poor man.
That is a rough turn. That is a real rough turn.
You could do the same thing with flies, I guess, if you wanted to. Don't have that many. So you got 10.
8, I think.
8? There you go. That's only 8 schooners in 3 hours.
Or 8 schooners in a really bad turn.
That's it. Spread it out. Just spread it out.
Just drip feed the flies in, so you literally can't get.
Bellacor's worth 2. So Gloria the grandfather there for his
What's the tactic? What's he want to do?
So Glory of the Grandfather, more enemy units and friendly units are destroyed. Pretty safe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So kill a unit and don't have a unit above its die.
Yeah.
Sounds doable.
What are the triangles?
That is their towers.
Yeah, so the triangles are the towers. And so his Grand Strat, Blessed Desecration, pick one terrain feature wholly within enemy territory. You complete the strategy if he controls it. So he is all in on his tower.
Yeah.
So
that's a 5-point swing if he gets his tower.
100%. That's a really, really good battle
Yeah.
Grand Strat for him to have coming into this
Yeah.
battle plan, really. I mean, really good or really bad, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, depending on how the game goes, yeah. Could be.
Yeah. See, I can show you on the doll where Tom touched me.
Yeah.
And how the flies hurt me.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm very much.
How's your tower standing after that interaction?
We want Zach to win, but I'm still scared of that time. The flies touched me.
I hope my mate wins, but I'm also just here to see a good game. Like,
I think we will get that.
Just taking a lot of the midboard here.
I'm gonna get rid of this can before I drop it somewhere.
That's my problem.
Look. That is.